Welcome everybody to today's episode of Super Serious Science Show. My name is Jamie, aka Dr. Wizard. I'm a doctor of pharmacy and a doctor of ministry, if anybody asks. I'm also a director, actor, and editor.
My name is Tony, and I am the science.
Cool.
You are the guy that doesn't know things.
Also that.
Yep. I'm KARI. Allegedly, I'm demigod of the wind. I read it on the internet. It must be true.
Ooh, okay.
I'm captain of the Virtuoso varsity team, apparently.
Mm.
I'm in charge of morale around here.
That's cool, man. You suck at that job.
I know, right? Look at us. We're all absolutely miserable.
All right.
Who are you?
I am Bree. I am unidentified goat. Indeed. Jamie, you were looking extra wooey today. I think it's hair or something.
Do you like my new hair?
It's just great.
It's a wig, of course. And I also brought her over here hanging out as well. Yeah, I thought I'd change it up for you today. I wanted, I know that we're real sciencey, but I also feel like sometimes we forget the woo in all of us, so I'm bringing the woo today.
No,
Everything's a UFO.
A candle and a crystal.
I'm here for the ride. Everything's possible. I love it.
Does my mic sound okay?
Now it does,
No,
yeah.
it sounds horrible.
Okay. This is great. They're messing with me when you just really shouldn't be right now. I just need 5 minutes to relax and then
what are you talking about? Messing with you?
That was 20 minutes ago.
No one's trolling you at all.
Liars. Hey.
It's
Okay.
the serious science show. Let's be serious.
Yes.
So let's get into it. Just so anyone needs to know, if it's your first time, welcome. Please sub, all that good stuff.
Leave a
We
comment.
are kind of super serious, but no, definitely not super serious. It's a little bit of a joke, but we are going to start bringing more scientific papers forward and also kind of mix it with a little bit of fun, looking at some viral videos, a lot of it from TikTok, believe it or not. And shit that people think is real. And we're like, is it though? Let's put our noggins to the test. We've all learned a lot from being on this show. I mean, God, if we could rewind 5 years ago, I think a lot of things that maybe I had seen previously that I thought were UFOs, maybe they weren't, it's learning all these different tricks and different objects that really play tricks again on your eye. Is it Tony? Okay. Make a really big difference. And so no, we're not all skeptic, but we definitely try to apply a little bit of our knowledge to weave out the bullshit. And when we find the ones that we can't identify or explain, that's when it gets really exciting to us.
Exactly.
So, would you like to go over a paper first, or do you guys want to see some videos?
Absolutely
Let's do
not.
some videos first.
Ma'am, you know what?
you.
I hate the Sasquatch, but today I feel like I needed that.
Yeah.
I needed that.
Yeah. Now you can get into whatever it is you guys want to get into.
Okay, KARI, hit me. Man, I was supposed to go into this and then I got
I thought we were doing videos first. Videos.
Oh, my bad. Okay. You know what I really want to show you guys is something that I brought up Tuesday about a video that someone had stitched a whole bunch of videos that we've already played and was like, this is so real. And then I kind of went back and forth with her. So I want to show that one to you guys.
Perfect.
So that one, obviously,
UFO spotted in Las Vegas.
So,
and
I'm not entirely sure what this is. I pulled over to the side of the road because I noticed that thing in the air. I can try to zoom in on it as best as I can.
Hey.
remember the helicopter?
Yeah.
That was the video we watched of the helicopter, and it looks like there's like a weird object circling it. And then this one, the other ball video that we saw, you could probably barely see it, and it was literally just
Did
like a little.
you
ball.
screen
That right
record?
there.
Did you have to screen record this?
Yeah,
Does she not have any likes?
I don't know. No, actually, I lied.
Good. So
She had a
TikTok
lot
needs
of
to
likes.
die a horrible death.
So you were just
Yeah.
arguing with her for no reason.
I wasn't arguing. I was just.
You're a skeptic.
You were informing. You were informing.
You're a pseudo skeptic, Bree. How
I
could
just
you?
said the first one is very bad. I just said, there's different apps and stuff to make it look like that. And she's like, no, I mean, there's a lot of people in the comments that were like, this is so crazy. I've been seeing these things too. And then I was like, no, like balloons. One of them, I think you guys thought could possibly be for a movie or something because it,
Yeah.
the
thing-
helicopter was
The thing under the
holding it.
helicopter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she did that one, but the first one, I immediately were like, this was ridiculous. The ball, and then the ball that like comes, and then it's like the jet right behind it. I name dropped the show. I wasn't trying to shame her. I was definitely not arguing. I was just saying it like these
Well,
are
now we definitely didn't get a
very
viewer out of
explained.
her.
Well, maybe she's here. Maybe she's in the chat.
Hey,
Right?
friend.
Hey, if you're here, that's the only reason why I was bringing this up is because it goes again to why we do the show. Because
Yeah.
especially on TikTok, these types of videos are just so viral. And we're like, hold on a minute, and it doesn't mean anything wrong against the people that believe them. It really is just a lack of information and understanding, I think, overall. That's why we're here, man.
Ooh, is someone related to me in the chat? A fellow Billings. Sorry to tell you, but I'm ending the bloodline here. It's not continuing.
That's funny.
So you're the final bill, right?
I'm the final bill. Oh my God, Kari! Ooh, payments due. All right, I love that.
Do. My God. What else I want to show you guys?
Yeah, what are we looking at today?
I'm woefully unprepared.
Oh, you know what? I will say on that note, I was talking to Kari before we went live, and I kind of argued with somebody because somebody had like some Corey Good shit up, and I like commented, "Did you not watch the deposition?" And the guy was like, "No," and I was like, "Ooh, you probably should. It's on Twitter. He calls this stuff basically Star Wars, so you should probably
Trademark.
Yeah.
look it up before you go and be posting about it on TikTok." And he didn't say anything back to me, and I was like,
He's probably
I told-
engrossed in the 6 hours of rambling diatribe about how he owns everything.
"Yeah."
But anyway, let's move on.
I was telling Kari about how there's still so many people that are asking about them, and I'm just like, this is so 2017 ufology. Like, damn, where you been?
Point of personal privilege.
Yes.
Can we talk about the China balloon real quick? I feel like it's mildly relevant.
I wonder if I have a video of when they shot it down. That's possible.
We can find one.
Maybe. I'm
What,
sure
what
we
are
can
your
find
thoughts
one.
one.
on China sending over a surveillance?
Okay, so here's my
Upper Midwest.
ooh, Billings, Montana. Oh, look, synchronicity.
Synergy.
Look at that.
Synchronicities.
That's not it.
That's not it though.
I know, but this is also the video that, remember I told you I saw this. I thought it was Billings. And then when Fox News first reported it, when it first came out, they also said that. So
Well, that's where it originally was. This video happened a day later when the balloon was over Kansas and Missouri.
Right.
It,
So,
it didn't even
I
blow
think
up
this was
until it
just
was
like
in the
a
water.
small meteorite. I think
Yeah.
that's what it was.
you know, you
Weird
guys,
timing though.
I legitimately thought that it was the South that shot it down because there was so much going on about, everyone like loading their guns and being like, try to come over here, China. And there's like all these people, that
So
are out there just like waiting.
So the
I was
year
like,
is
oh, shit.
1861.
And
So-
yeah, the South is going to take it down. And when I saw that video, I thought, oh shit, they did it. They did it. Took it in their own hands.
Except there's no way in hell with a rifle, you could shoot something at even 60,000 feet away, let alone when it was like at 100,000 feet.
I think that the balloon was China fucking with us because we're so involved right now about looking at our skies that they were like, let's send a balloon and let's see what they do.
Mm.
And
Like,
so I
let's
think
watch
that's all
them
it
freak
was.
out?
Yeah, like let's send it. Let's watch them first think it's a UFO, then realize what it really is, and then let's watch and see their reaction and what they would do if something entered their airspace. And I think what they proved is that America's real slow and that we're not very good at at some things.
Yeah.
And that's just an unfortunate reality that was shown to us by China.
I don't think it's necessarily that we're slow. You have to really think of things in all angles. Like
Oh, yeah, for sure.
was really thinking like there's going to be some type of biological warfare weapon in there. They're going to shoot it down. It's going to be released airborne. It's going to be worse than COVID. We're all going to like grow 5 arms and die. Because
flu.
that is genius. You can't tell me like
No, yeah,
fly
for
something
sure.
in unauthorized airspace. If they shoot it down just to get it down, oof.
I don't know why they just didn't capture it. It makes no sense.
With what?
I don't know. You could get creative. Get a fucking helicopter and a
Yeah,
fucking net.
helicopter.
They can't fly that high.
Okay, well, you figure something out.
60,000 feet up.
Okay, well,
I
you figure
mean,
it out. You call NASA. NASA could figure it out.
There's something out there. There's some type of aircraft out there where they could have
For sure.
opened
Look,
the
if they
UFO up
would've
and reeled it
In
in.
some of the spaceships from the secret space program and then gone up there, they could have captured it with a TR-3B and taken it back to Roswell.
Yeah.
We've now entered the Twilight Zone.
Yeah, but listen, here's the thing, what I think. I think that China saw that we have this, and so they decided to use a balloon.
We finally got to use it.
Yeah, it's just balloons.
It's just
Worst overlay in the world.
Just balloons.
It's so perfect for this moment.
Right. We've waited like 9 months to use that correctly.
Did you guys ever watch the Jeffrey Dahmer series on Netflix with
No.
Only
God,
the ones you forced me to watch.
Oh, that's true. I did force you to watch that. I forgot. I fucking love that show. I think I've seen it like 6 times, the whole series.
Why?
But I just love it. I love everything about it.
Bree's
Why?
And I love-
secretly a serial killer.
When I go to Bree's
I
house,
love-
she forces me to sit and watch
Chris
things
Evans?
that she's already watched. She's like,
What's
here,
his
sit
name?
here. Watch
Something
this
Evans?
She's vicariously watching it again through you.
through me. Yeah,
I heard it was actually a sign of being on the spectrum, but that's okay.
it is also yes.
Another
The
topic.
last time I brought that up, you got mad at me, so I wasn't.
Another
I was
topic.
going to say that's very artistic of you.
But
Did this come up
it's-
last
Very
week?
artistic.
But listen, he's like, what is his name? Chris Evans, I want to say. He would just
He
be
is
like,
a human.
relax. He'd be like, relax. I just want to take some pictures. So someone like dubbed his voice over the balloon, and it was like the Chinese balloons being like, relax. I just want to take some pictures.
I saw that. It was so funny.
Evan Peters,
Evan Peters.
love
yeah.
him.
Chris
Peter
Evans is Captain America.
Yeah. All right, I think I've seen this on repeat a little bit.
Enough.
Too
We're
much.
good. Yeah, we're good with this one.
I'm very over it. I'm glad that we talked about it, but
yeah, I just wanted to get it out there.
So did you know?
You all are cool with China sending balloons over?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's fine.
Absolutely.
Did you
It's not a big
know
deal,
that an
truthfully.
Avenger actually played Jeffrey Dahmer in a different series?
Wait, who?
It was Jeremy Renner, who plays Hawkeye, played Jeffrey Dahmer in a different.
Did he
TV
really?
movie. Yes.
Interesting lore. So Jeffrey
Yep.
Dahmer exists in the Marvel universe.
He looks nothing like Jeffrey Dahmer, so what the fuck?
No, he kind of, like they made his hair blonde and everything. He actually looks
Probably had some prosthetics or whatnot. Yeah,
Yeah. So
Hollywood does
for
that.
those of you who don't know, Jeremy Renner is a snowplow enthusiast.
I actually
He
saw that
saved
some
someone's
town.
life.
He did.
Like he saved like his nephew's life. or
Nephew's life,
something.
yeah.
Some town had a
Good
naming
news,
contest
superhero.
for their snow plows, and they picked the top 8 names, and they were like, you know,
Plowy
plow me,
McPlow.
baby. Like, yeah, they like voted on the names. One of them was Harry Plower instead of Harry Potter. One of them was
that's
was
cute.
Instead of Taylor Swift, it was Taylor Plow or something. It was or Taylor Plowy. I don't know. It was the list was hilarious. I was dying laughing this morning when I saw it. I was like, oh, I love this.
I love it a lot.
It cracks me up that companies and like municipalities and stuff will be like, we want the internet to name our whatever after all the Bodie McBoatface and everything else that happened like 10 years ago.
I'm sure actually one of the names was Plowy McPlow. I'm pretty sure. And they change the name every year. It's like a yearly thing. I love it.
Yes.
All right, we're ready for the next
video.
Okay, this. I'll be honest, if you guys have a short attention span like me, hang in tight.
Okay, so weird things are happening in the sky. So this person shared this on MUFON page on Facebook. Bruh, so my brother has an S22. It takes amazing pictures of the moon and super far away. Last night, he saw something weird in the sky and took this picture. It looks like a door and someone standing in front of it. It had to be super far away. He said if he tried to take a video of it, it changed colors and turned neon like a light show. This is what he got. It was beside the moon. A close up.
Can we have the video to take?
What the fuck is this? What the actual right? And then another person replied to the comments saying that it looks like some pictures that she took in Wisconsin at night.
Wisconsin.
This is what she got in 2010. You can pinch to zoom. It is interesting because a lot of things are going on in the sky lately. And I keep telling you guys, just look up the sky. Do an easy thing. Just keep staring at the sky for a couple minutes. You'll see something. A lot of people are freaking out on the internet saying that this is a UFO. This is not a UFO. How do I know? Because a meteorological balloon is shaped as this. And different than a UFO, its path is just by the wind. The wind blows, it flies. Different than
he's trying
that goes to any direction. And you think
I don't think I could finish it. So I just want to get
happy.
This.
The wind blows.
I think that the weird black picture has absolutely zero reference and that it could literally be anything. So to say that you think that's a UFO, but you know the other one is not. I mean, he tried. I give him an A for effort. He definitely tried. If he wants to come on the show, he can come on and we'll teach him some things.
He gets a solid B-.
Yeah.
Well, I will say absolutely 100% right that the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra has a great camera. It is wonderful. Not to pitch that I'm the only one of you assholes that has one, but it takes great pictures of the moon.
How do we know
so
that
this could be an interdimensional portal?
I mean, it could be, but it could also just be like a light outside.
That someone took a fucking picture of and zoomed in. Looks like something,
So I haven't tried to take a picture of like a star or anything, just the moon, like to zoom up 100 times digital zoom, like when you take a picture of the moon with that camera. But I guess tomorrow morning I can try it with a star and see, or a planet and see what it looks like.
Take some pictures, please.
What he should have done is he says in the comment, he tried to take video of it and it changed colors.
Yeah.
So where's the video?
Where's the video?
And he also said it was a door on the moon, but why do I not see the moon anywhere? Why is it just in blackness?
Right.
There's just a lot of inconsistencies for me, guys.
At the beginning, so I assume it's like they crop into that, but
I don't like it. Yeah.
Need more info, bro.
Yeah, I need more info, Fist, for sure.
Need more info is all right. Yeah.
All
right, I'll give you that.
I'm always probing for more info.
Yeah. Me too.
Me too.
Me too. Me too. Hang on here. I don't want to hear anything from anyone yet, please, for the love of God.
Okay.
Oh, should call the show Challenge the Skeptic. Shush! I'm gonna mute you.
Oh, I know.
I know what it is.
Hey, shut up.
I'm sorry. You said you muted me.
I took you off thinking that you were in good behavior. I was so wrong.
Never.
Look at it. Oh. Oh, so that's what they're surmising it's got to be. Ner.
It's a TR3B.
Is it a solar farm?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, it's a solar farm in the desert, far away. Those are solar panels. You don't understand how fucking bright they are and what they look
It's
like.
on
Quite
the
honestly,
ground.
it's probably
No, it's not.
Nevada.
Do you see that?
It's on
Yeah.
the
See that?
ground.
Do you see it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's on the ground.
Not-
it's on the
It's
ground.
not.
Yes,
It
it
is.
Not.
Yes,
Bree,
it
it's
is.
on the side of a mountain.
Yes, it's on the side of a
definitely
mountain.
on the side of a mountain, if
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah, it's touching.
Which is also
ground.
known as the ground.
Yeah,
Shut
it's ground. I could literally get the same shot for you next time I fly
There
out of
is
Vegas.
one, yeah, there is one actually that I have seen. I'm not even gonna lie, at
Yeah.
least 6 different times.
and they're literally that bright.
It's the same one that is, between California and Nevada, or sometimes I think I see it even when I go in LA, fly to LA,
Probably, in all honesty, yeah.
and people always think it's Area 51.
No, obviously, yeah, it's not. It is very incredibly powerful lasers, literally. They actually, to the point where like they had to put up nets all the way around it because birds would fly into it and die because it's so hot, the sun reflecting off of it.
That sounds like
That's really
green
fucking
energy.
sad.
Dead birds everywhere.
So we are just
get
for
there,
sure going to
it's
be like,
okay.
yep, that's what it is. That's
Mhm.
you guys are 100%.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's on the ground.
yeah. Sorry. It's not in the sky at all. You can literally see the ground around it as well. But I like how the way he did the video tried to make it
An
look like it was
illusion.
in the clouds or whatever,
he
but
was-
it was not.
Could be
It was just
illusion.
hazy, and that's all. Like,
Every time I get on an airplane and I get a window seat, I purposely try to take videos to make it look like I saw a UFO to try to bring. And every time I don't get anything that's convincing, but I try every time.
I do
Mhm.
too. I
don't-
just
I don't fly
stare
without
and
getting a
there's
window
nothing.
It's just nothing. Yeah.
I love window
Like-
seats. I like being
It's
the
the only
person
reason
who
I
like
like flying.
open the window and make it 10 times brighter inside the plane and just be like,
Yeah.
Yeah, if you get like one of those weird flights where it's so early in the morning or, whatever, and there's so many people that are like trying to sleep, and then you
Oh, they got
open
me,
up that window and it's like all the vampires are like
It's like, yeah. Why would you do that to us?
hilarious. I only take the window seat if I don't have 3 people because I always have to pee, and it gives me so much anxiety thinking
Yeah,
about
to have
having
to,
to
like,
get
get
up and
up.
go by the people.
Yeah.
Which is why then I started to, even if I got like A class, go all the way to the back of the airplane.
By the toilet.
So I was right next to the toilet.
Yeah. So you have to walk by all the people. I get you. Anxiety.
Yeah, but when I flew home from Disneyland, we had a very empty flight on the way home, which was really nice because we just that was the best. One time I flew with Jamie to LA, and I want to say it was the last time we did contact actually when it was virtual. And we flew down to LA for that. And you literally sat sideways.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was sitting there and you sat sideways the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Just like we had the middle tray down, we had like drinks and snacks, and you're just like
Mhm.
facing me like this the whole way.
Yeah, we were just
I'm
vibing.
like, this is how it should always be. But that was in
Always.
COVID, so they fill up the seats.
That's like an
usually now.
hour-long flight, though, right?
Not even. It's like 45 minutes,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah, like
Yeah, but still enjoy 45 minutes of your life.
Anytime I fly from Vegas to California, I spend more time in the airport and sitting on the
Yeah.
tarmac than I do in the air. And if I catch a downwind just right, it literally knocks off 30 minutes from our
I
flight.
knew that would happen.
Ooh.
What
That's what-
happened?
Again, the poster
Ooh.
fell down. I had a premonition. That's why I moved the candle.
Oh,
Ooh.
wow.
premonitions.
I hate flying, but I need
Always
to go.
listen to
Flying is
those.
not that bad. It's really very boring. I don't understand how people have a fear of it. It's very boring.
I'm not
It
afraid
is.
of it, but I will say that for some reason, the older that I've gotten, the
I'm gonna
more
stand up too.
impatient that
so
I
everyone
am,
knows
and
my
I
butt.
think, I think that's what Lindsay's referring to. Is like
Mm.
I get so bad now, or I'm just like I can't sit here anymore. Like I need to break free.
Maybe
Where
you
are
just
we?
need to start flying private.
Oh yeah,
Maybe you need to be a
Fixed it.
private girly is the problem. You need to not be with the
funny.
masses and the peasants.
I told Josh that when we were flying home, I said I think I should be a pilot,
Ooh,
so I
yeah.
could just fly myself.
Yeah, for sure.
There you go.
Get a helicopter, go out like Kobe.
Ooh. Kobe.
See, you were shooting for a 3-pointer there, but you missed.
I missed.
All right.
We aren't all Kobe's.
So much bullshit, I tell you.
All right,
Here
give
we
us
go.
the next one. Thank you, Danielle. Love you. Ooh.
What?
Okay. What is happening here?
An unidentified cryptid.
Oh no.
That's CG as fuck.
Is
Yeah,
it
it's
CGI?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
You know
Oh,
what
yeah.
though?
It had me
For-
for a second, but
For a
then-
second it did too at the beginning,
hair
but then like when it
was
moved the
like-
camera, I was like, no.
They should have never moved. Once it like moved to the side and came back, I was like, oh, but for right here,
Stop.
and the way it
Like
looks at
if
you,
you
Right
go
here
back
I was
just
convinced.
a little bit, you
Yeah.
can see the and the username of the person who made it on the wall in the shadow of the.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
you can.
oh, that's genius.
Yeah, like right here I was like, oop,
Right
what is
here, I
this?
was like, oh,
Yeah.
The
shit.
lighting's off anyway. It's way too light on the feet.
I was like, yeah, and then everything after this, I'm like, no, like that. Oh yeah, like that shadow is so fake.
But I
Oh,
mean,
you
it's
look
it's
at
pretty
that.
good for like this is probably somebody who's showcasing their work that they can do. And then somebody on TikTok
Impressive.
was like, "Oh, look at this weird frog thing."
Yeah, I mean, I would have that as a pet, no problem.
It's super cute.
It is kind of cute.
I named it Jerry.
Until it eats your cat, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh,
Think of a better name than
No.
Jerry.
Everything will always be named
So
Jerry
Gerald?
now.
unoriginal.
Gerald.
Yeah, Gerald.
Harold?
Mhm.
I'm gonna get a Jerry tattoo just for Brie.
Yes, do it. Let's all get it at Contact. I'll bring a tattoo gun and we'll all get matching Jerry tattoos.
God damn it. So I found that one video and the first one where she's scrolling and the guy's like, look at this. What is this? I don't remember if we've looked at it or not. It really does look like the bottom of it looks like it could be a balloon. But it was a little bit convincing. And like I said, I don't remember if we went through it. So I downloaded it again to see what you guys
spotted in
All
Las
right,
Vegas.
so-
NV.
I'm not entirely sure what this is. I pulled over to the side of the road because I noticed that thing in the air. I can try to zoom in on it as best
It's a
as I
balloon.
can,
hold on.
but yeah, it's not really
I
clear.
will
what
say it is very round for a
It's not
balloon.
moving. It's kind of like suspended in midair.
Where like balloons
There is no string at all.
Sure.
There's no string underneath it. That's not
Sure.
a balloon. I don't know what that is, but you can see it. I'm gonna zoom in right there underneath it. There's no string whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
And this thing is literally hovering above this community. Just like a black ball of something. I don't know what it is.
It's a Dragon Ball.
Super weird. Wow.
Why don't you walk over to it?
Very interesting.
Probably because you can see the string if you get closer.
I'll zoom in one more time.
He was closer.
No, he was not. First of all, you could see the little bottom of the string right there at the bottom of the balloon.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not moving.
You can
And
see
it's
where
more of a
there's
red color.
something on the bottom of it.
Not black.
Super weird. This is in the Mountains Edge area of Las Vegas. Wonder if anyone's ever seen the same
Where's
thing.
that, Jamie?
I'm near
The mountain's edge.
Buffalo
way from
and I guess
me.
Windmill. This would be.
Buffalo and Windmill. What did you say?
That
That's
way
where-
from me.
That's where
Oh.
in Jolly saw the light beings.
Yeah,
The-
those mountains,
the-
same thing.
Shit.
Yeah.
Oh, they're wearing military boots.
It's
and-
them
yes.
then.
Yeah. I just for once we actually get to use this again.
That's a Dragon Ball.
Is balloon.
He's a balloon.
It's either the type of UFOs that people are creating, or there's something, I don't know, but I just feel like majority of the things that we have been seeing video-wise in the past
Are so
month
bad.
and two are, well, I think it's easy to explain away at a balloon, but it is just interesting to me that they all seem to be like balls, like BB looking balls, you know, like
Yeah.
silver, metal.
I think that that's part
black.
of. Okay, so I think that it's multiple layers about this. I think what it is that's what the government has kind of put out as their new UFO shape thing that's out there, and so now
Did
we're
they?
seeing
Yeah.
yeah, with like Jeremy Corbell's stuff, and like they're really
Oh,
pushing
yeah,
this like
yeah,
more
yeah, yeah,
round shape. So now you have all of these disinformation agents making fake UFO videos and putting them out in social media that are like these round looking UFO things because that's what's quote unquote popular right now because that's what the government is putting out. So you're seeing people recreate that same style because that's what's hot right now. It's like a trend.
It makes you think though, like with the
UFO
past
attack.
7 decades, we've had reports of like metallic craft, cigar-shaped craft.
Mhm.
Where are all the videos? Now everybody's got a TV camera in their pocket. Where are all the
Pretty
videos of
much.
these craft that we've had in our like visual mythology for the past 70 years? I don't understand.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Or does the design change as the cultural aesthetic evolves over time? So now we've got to a high-tech thing where it's just an amorphous orb.
Me and Bree
Yeah.
did a whole episode about this. Was there ever really a UFO? Are you seeing a physical manifestation of something that's actually there? Or is your mind interpreting it as at something? So is it that we're changing over time because our ideas of what we can accept and acknowledge are changing? Like we don't have to see a weird saucer shape now. Our perception is changing. Or is it that as time goes on, the designs are changing? Like I feel like there's so many layers to that about why we could be seeing different kinds of crafts. Or maybe it's a different race of beings that are visiting us, and that's why we're seeing those different crafts. Like everyone has different models. I would not imagine that all UFOs look the fucking same, especially if we have this huge universe and everyone comes from different areas. It's not like everyone's gonna have vehicles that look like ours.
Okay, but where are all the
Right.
videos?
Oh, I don't know.
Right.
Like,
What do you
we
mean?
only have so there's been reports of all these different shaped, more solid craft for decades and decades and centuries with like light airships and stuff centuries ago. Where are all the videos of that stuff now?
Okay, me and Brie
That
have
stuff,
seen
that stuff, all the mythology stuff
I
faded out,
agree.
and now
I
we just get
agree.
videos of lights, and it is strange.
Well, also I think that it's okay, like me and Brie have seen UFOs together and we've never once taken out our phone and filmed them. Ever. So I think that not everybody films stuff. Like we get when we completely understand that we should be filming it. We literally saw a UFO together not that many months ago, and we still didn't take out our phone and fucking film it. Sometimes when you're in the heat of the moment of things, it's not the first thing on your fucking mind to do.
I get that,
never
but like
has
just
been.
in general, there would be at least even one with the plethora of UFO videos that get uploaded on YouTube every day.
Well, we do
Yet there's
see
never any solid
saucers.
craft. There's never
We
solid
do
craft.
see. We've seen lots of saucers.
We've seen saucers.
I mean, on the show, like videos and stuff.
Yeah, but most of what you
Have I
see
ever said
now.
that or have I ever said UFO yes to one of those videos?
I don't know, but I wouldn't just because I don't think that those exist anymore.
But where'd they go?
This is my point. Yeah, this is the point. Like, where did that go? Is it a product of the culture? Or is it like something that has changed with our own understanding as a society?
I think both.
Well,
Or could it be the occupants of such craft change what the craft looked like to match our understanding?
Mhm,
Literally
that's
what I
possible.
said.
Well, no,
Right.
those are two different things. It could be
Yeah.
them, and it could also be us. It's like
Right.
you know
it's
how
both.
when your
Our
brain has
whole,
zero
yeah.
context to what you're looking at, it puts something together that makes sense for just your own like reference points that you can refer back to. So if you don't have a reference point for what you're looking at, you're just like, that's why some people just like don't see anything. They're like,
Right.
they could be looking right at something that you see, and they're just like, I don't see it.
It's not there for me, babes.
It's true.
It's a weird consciousness trick, I think. You know, it's
It's
a
an interesting. This is
The
interesting.
brain is weird.
It's interesting that you say that, Kari, too, because I think that this sort of came up yesterday on Invisible Night School, and that's kind of what they were talking about. And yeah, I was thinking the exact same thing. It's like, or is it our consciousness that's shifting?
It's kind of what I was thinking too when we were watching it. But yeah, where does that come from? So what was it before we had electricity? It was
the airships.
Yeah, the airships, the steam-powered airships. It's always like just ahead of the current technology of the day, so it's kind of floating in the air, like this futurism.
Or a flaming chariot, or angels, or
dragons.
Yep.
I think a lot of it had to do with in like the 30s, like high society were using channelers to channel like extraterrestrial craft blueprints and whatever that then allegedly the Nazi party then used to make Die Glock during World War II, which was the Bellcraft, which is similar to a saucer. So I'm wondering if like this idea was seeded by these high society members in the 30s that got then seeded into like the intelligence services with America who were looking into this thing, and then they went, oh, that's actually a really valuable idea. Then we have Roswell happen. And then they start capitalizing and pushing this idea of what the thing is, and then the co-creative consciousness takes over.
It sounds to me like you're talking about CE5.
What?
People channeling UFOs in the 30s and then to get blueprints.
Well, this is what allegedly happened.
But does that not sound similar to...
Very.
Yeah, but I mean, channeling
recycled
ideas, thousands of
ideas.
years.
Recycled ideas.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I think in Maria Orsick's case, it was so much different than that. It wasn't, let's meditate and have aliens come down. It was like
a huge ritual thing, as far as I remember reading.
And like, I've never heard of anyone doing a CE5 and then they're like, I just have blueprints to this saucer. And they're from the Aldebaran system, is what she said.
If I'm remembering correctly, they allegedly built one and went there.
Yes, this is why she supposedly disappeared because they bounced.
Right.
They were like, we did this piece.
I don't believe that they did that, but I believe that the creation of the idea that they did that was a seed for people, like mass amounts of people being able to understand the idea of these kind of anomalous craft or orbs or experiences.
It could possibly have happened. I mean, I always think maybe that's what happened with like the Mayans.
Maybe
they just all vanished because they were like, pew.
Maybe they were given a way, they worked out a way within their culture to do some kind of technology, or they were taken away, or I don't know. Where did they go? That is a good question.
Where did they go?
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
Like, I don't personally like, these are just theories, but I think overall, I don't know if you guys agree. I feel like you probably do. I think overall, we don't like to put anything extraterrestrial alien in a box and be like, oh, they have to be doing that. I have to be doing that. We have no idea. That's kind of the same reason why I don't really like that we just assume that they're so just like advanced than us, that they're smarter than us. I mean, I think that every person is smarter in different ways. So, I mean, they could, just
it's
kind of
like
know technology. They're like, what is that?
It's like when you judge a fish on its ability to climb a tree.
Right.
Well, also, when we talk about aliens and UFOs and stuff, they're always like, the aliens that are visiting us are just these peaceful, happy creatures, and they're just like trying to bring us world peace. Just because something is advanced doesn't mean that they are necessarily the nicest beings on the block.
And that
we
goes
don't
both
know.
ways. Yeah.
It does go both ways.
We're
we don't
hostile
know
as shit.
their evolutionary path and how they could have got to where they got by just killing everybody else that got in their way and stole their technology from them.
That's kind of what we do.
I mean, I was saying like that goes both ways because I mean, if we just look at our pop culture and whatnot when it comes to aliens, it's always being depicted as evil. It's the end of the world. They're going to come here and
Negative, yeah.
colonize us because they're so they're just so advanced. Why would they want anything to do with us? Why even
Yeah.
keep us around? But I don't. Again, I think we're always trying to compare it to what would we do if we had that type of strength as far as technology or just understanding space travel and obviously some type of loophole in physics that we're yet to be aware of. How would we treat that situation if we knew that? But it's really we're just comparing it to a human experience. We have no fucking idea. We're inherently like rape and pillage and take what you can, but you don't know that everyone's like that.
100,000 years strong.
And it all ends with Jaimie.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should watch that Bill Nye video.
Did anyone download it? Because I didn't.
No.
No, I just sent it to the Discord. That's fucking great. That's a great lesson everyone needs.
We should, I'll find that one actually.
Yeah,
But
you should
let me
find
play
it
this
and
for you.
then play it after.
This is only 11 seconds. I have no idea. What
Okay,
this is.
all right.
Now I have some questions.
Oh, okay. I saved this because this is fucking weird. You can't tell me that.
Oh yeah, this weird thing. I saw this and was like, Kari needs to explain these clouds.
Like what?
Why does it look like that, Kari? Pause.
What in the fuck?
Ooh, Kari stumped. Why them clouds look like a weird witch's hand with pointy round fingers at the end. Like she's picking up something.
Mm-hmm. Those are the skulls of the dead children.
Is it a small zoomed in at one point, right? Yeah, there we go.
Ooh. It looks like clouds. It's definitely clouds.
How can I like send this to myself? Son of a bitch.
Just play it from the website.
Ooh, I hate playing TikTok from the website.
I know. Boo, go lay down. Come here.
Okay. Kari, do you have an explanation for this strangeness, this high strangeness?
I don't have an explanation, but I don't think that's real.
But
like,
you guys,
I'm trying not to
he's
work
driving.
out.
It's not. It's real. It's clouds, Kari. It's not Photoshop.
Look at that. It's not Photoshop. They're driving and zooming up on it. Come on. Just tell me there's a giant alien in the clouds. I'll believe that.
Who's
Just
your
say it.
daddy?
Okay,
Cthulhu.
you've broken my brain with that video.
We love it. We love to see
I
it.
don't know what that is. But I'm
What?
not convinced it's real. But I'm also like, how the fuck would you fake that?
Right?
So
What I'm saying. It's so easy to just be like, it's fake, it's photoshopped. Friends.
Easy. It's fake. It's
How are you gonna say
Photoshop.
that, Steven? Can you do that in Photoshop with a video? No.
what gets me is this when it's like here, when there are trees and stuff.
Because it's real.
Ooh, trees, bitch. Crystal hippie trees.
Like I don't. That's what stumped me. Is like I would have thought it was CGI until that.
Yeah, but you can see it through, like, it's darker through the trees.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can still
Yeah,
see...
the light is not as compared to like there. It actually does get dimmer.
But what I'm saying is the tree doesn't actually block out the shape. You can still see the shape through the tree, like it's superimposed over it.
It's an alien in the
I don't know.
motherfucking sky, man.
I'm not convinced it's real, but it has. If it is a
Wow.
fake, it's weird and impressive.
I love it.
Need more.
It's
all that
clouds.
matters. We need more information. I love how everyone's just
Life is a
so
journey.
easy to just be like, it's fake. You don't know that. You don't know that. You don't know
Net
that.
Zero.
You don't know that. God.
Oh.
Yeah. What did he say?
What? What did you say?
Okay.
We are super serious.
Tell
about
me a story,
Photoshop.
Tony.
Oh, yeah, I do have a story for everybody. Good news.
Send it.
Great
Good news.
Yeah, I saw this today and I was like, finally, some good news. Just in, a kilometer-wide asteroid could potentially crash into Earth's orbit next week.
Oh, fun!
We
Sick.
really just don't get news this good this often.
I know,
Though
I'm so
this-
excited. This is great news.
This is the Daily Star.
So take it with a grain of salt.
Yes, because there is a community fact check on this, and it is that I think it's passing 2.3 million miles, 2.8 million miles from Earth. Hey, look, wish.com.
Did the asteroid sponsor that ad with Tom Hanks because it doesn't have any credibility, so it's borrowing Tom Hanks?
Hey.
So this asteroid's known as 1991-45, so I'm guessing it was probably originally discovered in 91, but it also has another name of 2005 YY128.
It was discovered in 2005.
Nerds are weird.
Nerds are weird.
Yeah. So it is large. It's a kilometer wide, but what I thought this article said that was really interesting is 5 asteroids came quite near to our globe only last week, and I'm not naming all their dumb names, on February 2nd. The biggest one is comparable to a jet, I'm not saying airliner, 40 meters wide, which is what? Is that a blue whale? That's how I measure
Too big to be
things.
comfortable.
But that was 3
How you
million
measure
miles
things
away.
with blue whale.
How
So
many
random.
blue whales?
Kilometer
Is it?
wide,
I know, right?
Like,
How many sea otters is that?
A large yacht. like 2 cruise ships.
That's 5 basketball courts.
Yeah. And 7 football fields.
That's 600 full-length subways.
Subway, eat fresh.
So even if it's a kilometer wide thing won't be what hits Earth because a lot of it will burn up in the atmosphere.
Right,
But
depending on
even
what
something
it's made out
500
of.
meters wide would decimate a large area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who you calling large?
All depending on what it's made out of in
Right.
its composition. Because if it's like
Pure
mostly
uranium,
dirt, well, that would suck.
it really would suck.
But if it's like mostly just like normal dirt and not like iron or something like that,
Joe Dirt.
if it's iron or a heavy metal, then it's gonna, survive re-entry depending on its entry angle and how fast it's going.
Right.
But I thought it was kind of cool, kind of neat.
I think it's
But-
amazing, man.
Better than most of the news we see.
I mean,
Right
you're not
now.
wrong, but
Depends on
geez.
what you find in it.
The devil isn't
You know
real.
what? I can't. I'm not gonna go there.
let's just skip past that one.
But
That's for a different
it's
show.
possible that it's a false. We'll save that for
Next week
the other
on
show.
Uninformed.
Yeah, we'll save that for the other show.
Oh, I thought you
Yeah.
were talking about. Never mind.
What were you? What? Who?
What?
Okay.
Serious.
I have a really
Whitney
random fact
Houston?
for you guys. You guys probably already know this, so don't say I already knew that when I play it. Okay? It's not for you.
Okay.
It's for someone else.
Oh, okay.
Did you know
I already knew
I knew
that.
this already.
that when you're falling asleep at night and your body jerks, it's called the hypnic jerk, and it's because when you're falling asleep and you're really tired, if your body is falling asleep faster than your brain jolts you awake because it thinks you're dying.
Oh, fun.
Isn't that interesting? Your
I
body's
love
going
it.
through the stages of sleep quicker than your brain is able to process.
Well,
it
my
jolts
brain
you awake.
constantly thinks I'm dead.
Is this why I don't sleep because I have
Today.
ADD?
That explains
But
why
I think it's
couldn't-
interesting that your brain wakes you awake because it's dying.
That's interesting
Because
because
it
Thinks
Kari,
you're dying.
remember I was telling you about how I had those
You're
horrible
not.
bad dreams the night that I was sick?
Yeah.
What if it was my brain thinking I was dying and trying to wake me up?
Why didn't you die?
I wish I would have.
Can we go back to the video real quick? I have a
Yes, sir.
yeah.
please sit
Oh,
down.
you have something to say.
Come on.
Did you know
Pause real quick.
that
I'll be
when
right
you
back.
follow
How comfortable does whatever the fuck she's wearing look? Is
She's
that
wearing
like
a Snuggie.
It's like
I
a
think.
blanket hoodie thing, right?
That's called a Snuggie,
Oh,
where it's a blanket, but it has a hood with 2 arms.
oh, well.
Is that really that was your question?
I just wear a jacket.
Does that not look super comfortable? I mean, all right.
This
No,
fine.
it fucking is. It's
comfortable.
hella comfortable.
Oh,
I
is
used to
that
have
really
one.
your fucking
It's got-
question? No,
It's
it's
got
cool,
chest
bro.
pockets and everything. It's awesome.
It is really cool, man. Okay, here's the next
is.
one. Does anyone? Oh, you guys probably. Oh, never mind. I only saved this because it reminded me of our fucking squid episode, our Kraken episode.
Oh, yeah.
And this is why I don't want to go in the ocean, because those things don't go down that far, right? When you put those crates down, they don't go down incredibly far. So that means that octopus was not that far from the surface, you know what I mean? And the thing is, right, they caught him and then someone said, oh, how cute, come here. That's the Kraken. Okay, that's a mythical creature. They're not just cute, okay? They're very, very smart. Fun fact about octopuses, they're one of the most intelligent creatures of the sea. Believe it or not, they can solve mazes and puzzles, and each of their tentacles has a mind of its own. Isn't that fun? Somebody saw that and said, I want to eat them. Do you understand how that makes absolutely no sense? Do you know how big that octopus is? I wouldn't be like, oh, I want to eat him. I'd be like, let's put him back.
True.
Yeah,
That man
I'm
is a
curious if
walking
they really
anxiety
pulled him out.
attack. Holy shit.
Yeah, I don't
Ew.
like look at that video and think,
Funny.
delicious dinner at all.
No, I look at that video and go, brother, chill. Please.
Oh, all his videos are like that.
I love
Good
that guy. I
lord.
think he's hilarious.
Like, he's
I
like
know, me
walking
too.
anxiety. Like, I did like his
There's-
little zoom and come
funny.
here. That was funny. That was
was,
he's obviously
yeah.
planned it out, but
He planned out the speech and everything.
There's
Well,
another
that's
video.
the content creation for you.
Yep.
There's another
I
video that
refuse to
just
eat
came
seafood.
out, and the only one I can find is Inside Edition, so we won't play it. But there's a 6-year-old girl in the ocean in like waist high water, and you start to see these fins and this tail
Oh hell no.
flashing around by her, and it's a shark. And the kid finally sees it and flips out, and I'm like, yeah, that's like a 6-foot murder machine.
Point of
Next
personal
year's-
privilege.
Yes.
Dirty Mike says, how long does a cow live? Until it's ready to be killed and eaten as steak. That's how long. However long that takes.
Yes, that's absolutely
Okay,
correct.
thank you. All right.
Facts.
good to know.
It's like I was asking Tony, but I knew the answer. So
Yeah.
Okay.
That definitely
Once it's
belongs
good
on
and fat.
uninformed.
yeah, once it's time to die, that's when its life is over.
So I don't know
What's
about
next?
you guys, but I feel like I have been plagued by everything relating to AI lately. Horribly so. And I just wanted to tell you guys about this article that I read. And it was really sad to me because it was about the jobs that potentially AI, and particularly the chat GPT could replace. And I'm like, fuck, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Fucked. Do you want to know like one of the first ones? I'll just show you guys the fucking thing. Let me show you the thing.
Is this all the jobs they can replace?
Yeah. So like for one, tech jobs.
I told you I'm
Some
tired
of
of
the
the British
things that
taking our
people
jobs.
thought would be forever. So the thing that worries me about this is like before something like this was going so fast, everyone's like, your job's going to be replaced unless you know how to code. You have to get in tech and know how to program or become a content creator or do something creative, something like that. And now AI is like, no, not really. You got to maybe think of something else. And it's like, what? So tech jobs, coders, computer programs, programmers, software
Bree,
engineers, data analysis.
Here's my question to you for this specific part of this topic. What happens when AI starts rewriting its own code?
We die.
Run.
Which I guess it already happened at Facebook.
I don't think it's as big a threat as I used to, because I think people
Well, that's dumb.
I think
Point of
people have a
personal
misconception
privilege.
about it, but
Point of personal privilege.
Mhm.
There's a guy who had a job writing something for somebody, and the person decided to fire them because they were like, Chat GPG can write this for me. And
Yes,
then
it was BuzzFeed.
Yeah, and then they ended up going back to the person and asking them if they could rewrite what the AI wrote so it didn't sound like AI wrote it, and then offering him a fraction of his fee for it. Because he wouldn't have to write the whole thing, he would just have to change words.
Mm-hmm.
This poor guy. It's just
welcome
like, okay, thanks for
to
your duty. Bye.
technocracy.
And then there's other like artists who are out there where like these bots are learning off of their art. So when they're creating new art, it literally looks like their style. So like they're basically people are getting free versions of art from these artists who like never made these designs, but it looks exactly like their work.
Did you see the
so
one
that's
today?
gonna come up. No.
So this literally came out today. There's a rave DJ who used AI predictive text to. He put in there, Eminem writes a song about future techno, and then it wrote the song, and then he took the lyrics and put it into a different AI program that emulated Eminem's voice.
Yep.
And then he put the rap into his rave song and played it at a concert.
Wait, it gets better. So people are also taking like their favorite songs and then putting it into the AI and then having their favorite artists sing them. So it'll be like Ariana Grande singing one of like Elvis's songs, and it literally sounds exactly identical. And so then now people are downloading these and putting them on the internet. So it's looking like these artists are making this music and they're literally not.
Yeah.
Which sucks from an artist's perspective, because why do we need you anymore? We've
like
already logged your name. Logged your voice. And
it's like that Miley Cyrus Black Mirror episode where like they put her in that coma and they were going to kill her off because they like had her vocals and everything. They were like, we can literally do all of this.
We don't need you anymore.
Now.
Yep.
That's literally what's happening. It's literally what's happening.
So yeah, the rest of the article, the other thing they're talking about is media jobs. So like advertising, content creation. That's all of you folks. Technical writing and journalism. No one needs you.
I mean, I already infested the channel with my AI. So
that's true.
That's true.
I gotcha. Okay. So like this is shitty because it's just like all the fucking things you thought you could be cool to do and be secure. And it's like, no. Even legal industry jobs, what? Paralegals and legal assistants? Fuck. And you know what?
Yeah,
they're probably going to be way better at it.
It's because it's just about writing. It's about typing things and like words and stuff. And it's so easy to feed that information to an AI. Yeah.
Knowing all of the law instead of having to like remember
it.
Yeah. This one actually wouldn't be that difficult because you could just use like a Google search algorithm to search the laws on the books for it, and then like have a basic write program where it writes the laws.
What's going to happen?
It's not just about law though; it's about case analysis. Like if you replacing like lead prosecutor for a county with an AI, that AI is going to need to be able to understand the nuance of a case.
Well, it would.
I think over time it's going to be able to.
It would have to be able to understand like dissents and all the like the outcomes of cases and everything like that, and be able to take that case and apply it to the case that it's working on in the way that lawyers do for a lot of money.
But you need the emotional nuance though, because that's often
it might be nice to take out that though. It might be nice to take out the emotional aspect of it.
But prosecutors need a lot of the time to establish an emotional motive.
They do have to evoke,
which I don't think an AI would be able to understand now. I know at some point,
not sad.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest disconnection is that an AI cannot think like a human, and that's its biggest flaw. And so I think that they're constantly going to try to change that. And once they master that, yeah, we're all fucked.
Could you imagine if like
that would be nice.
if you were in court and your defense attorney was a AI and it was like, yes, my client stabbed so and so. But
He is
have we
guilty.
really thought about what it means to stab another human?
Does anybody miss him? No. I've done data analysis research to decipher if he has a family tree and they're all dead.
It would be really fucked up if you had AI jurors.
Yeah, that would be fucked up.
I've always said I wanted to be a professional juror. I feel like that should be a job and I would be perfect for it.
I don't think
'Cause
they'll
you're in
do
a
that
drama.
because it's like a legal
Because I'm
constant
good at
not
being a
a
middle
legal
bitch. I
requirement
don't.
per state to have different states have different amount of jurors, but
Could you?
Three
It's a jury
jurors,
of-
because
a
then
jury
all
of
of
your
your
peers and
cases would end up as a fucking mistrial because no one could come to a
Yeah.
consensus.
Can you imagine
No,
and
being
the
a
worst.
not
juror?
true.
considered a
Not
human
true.
peer because it's so
I
much
have
more intelligent
opinions.
and observant, so they can't.
I
do
have
that.
opinions. It's just
Like-
that I'm not easily swayed.
As they were coming
Yes.
up with the verdict, and Bree would be like, "Well, I want to go last.
Can we circle back to me?
Can we? I want to go
I
last."
changed my mind. I changed my
She
mind.
would, she would literally would just spend the entire time trying to convince people that be like, listen, guys, but here's the deal. It'd be Bobby's Cryptic Corner all over again.
I don't do that on Bobby's Cryptic Corner anymore, so shush. Anyway, market research analysis. Bye. That sucks.
People are,
We don't
like,
need that.
I'm pretty sure
Teachers?
Anna's already using.
Oh no, the teachers are gonna be gone. And you know what? I might be decent, but like I feel bad for
Yes,
teachers.
let's remove any type of humanity from the education and formative years
That's
of
it's a horrible.
children. Like that's great.
It's a horrible.
You know what?
some
Assisting
teachers are
humans, I'm cool with, but
assholes.
replacing humans, not so much.
Don't get me started on the teachers union.
Finance
Put it in the
jobs. So like
bowl.
financial
100%
analysis
agree with that.
with what?
With the finance jobs, you don't need emotion or anything else to dictate.
Numbers.
And
Yeah,
actually,
I would
you know
trust
what?
that. I would trust that
would
for sure.
Yeah, that would probably be better because then you don't have an agent who is trying to make money off of you and off of your investments. You just have a computer who doesn't give a shit about you and is just like, well, I'm programmed to make you more money, so I'm going to make you more money.
I like that. Traders. Oh, that
I mean,
sucks
how
because-
powerful is the union in Wall Street and the lobbyist movement?
Well,
That's
yeah,
true.
they
That
own
might
every
be-
government.
Right. So,
Yeah.
The problem with that though is like then you have to think of who owns the bots, right? So they could still have I mean, I'm sure there's a way to
Google.
I'm sure that they would program it to be in their favor of some kind.
Right, but how many more billions of dollars would they make if they didn't have to pay people and they
That's what
could
I'm
just
saying.
have
oh,
pay
hot
for a
take alert.
server for
Oh, that's like
Hot
what
take
Walmart's
alert.
doing. How are teachers going to indoctrinate future woke liberals? They won't, because the liberals will walk in, the tiny liberal children will walk into the class and say, I'm going to teach you today, bitch. You're just here to babysit.
That's exactly how it happened.
Why? Oh my god. I'm going to have to add this to the fishbowl too. Like why do we demonize the word woke? It
I don't know.
bothers me. Like
I don't know.
oh no, you have your mind open to things that are different than an old-fashioned point of view.
Oh,
I like the term
no.
So
awake.
bad.
awake. I'm
Don't
not
be
woke, I'm
awake.
awake.
Not woke, I'm
Yeah.
awake.
Yeah.
I've been wokened.
I've been awake. I've had breakfast. I've had lunch. Where's dinner? Oh,
I hate this
actually,
one,
no.
graphic
mm-mm.
designers. That
Dinner's
sucks.
also done, and the bill is ready.
Well,
Fine.
graphic designers,
Graphic.
they're already doing
No
that.
dessert.
Oh,
No dessert for you.
Accountants. Again, I would trust. I would
same. Yeah.
probably trust.
I would trust an AI. Yeah, that should just replace the entire tax
Financial.
IRS
computer
departments. Yeah.
service agents. Not mad at that
Could
either.
you imagine if literally the computers just send you your little tax bill and there was like, here's either how much you got back or what you owe. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Can you imagine
That's
if we
what
just
everyone
abolished
wants.
the IRS?
Literally
That's
what
what
everyone
everyone
begs
wants.
for. Begs. But then you're gonna have those people out there who are like, I don't trust these people to do my taxes. Like what if really they owe me more money and they're just robbing me?
That's like Office Space. They're just
We
like
went
they
super
round
Creole
it to
then.
1/100th
Yeah, I know.
of a
It's because
penny.
it's what's in my soul. I am Creole.
Sorry, what did you say, Tony? I couldn't hear you.
About which part?
The last thing you just said.
Oh, like,
Office Space.
Oh, it's just like Office Space, where they programmed it so it took like 1/100th of a cent off every transaction, and they ended up
Right.
having way too much money and freaked out because they didn't realize how many transactions happened in the company in one day.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like that whole conspiracy theory of people being like, the IRS is robbing. Well, they are robbing you, but like the companies that process your taxes.
Did you also know that in order to be Creole, you do have to have some form of incest in your family bloodline?
Well, that was a
Logan
sharp
Black,
left
I
turn
don't
off
think
that
I
joke.
have ever seen you here.
You
Welcome,
should
Logan.
leave
No.
the Egyptians
No.
alone. Yeah,
Welcome back.
Who?
Logan has been here. Logan
Oh,
has
he
been here
has?
for a long time. Yes.
What about
Fuck have I
Polar
been?
Burr?
Hello, Logan.
No, Polar Bear's
I
been
don't-
here
I don't
too.
know who you are.
Why do I
Hi.
not know that? I didn't know that Logan was here. My bad. My bad. Okay, so welcome
So mean to
back.
Logan.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, Logan.
You know, it's funny. Kari and I were just talking about Office Space yesterday.
That's weird. We did actually.
It was
Synchronicities.
just last night. I feel like I've said this before, but I wrote in high school. I wrote a really good paper in my AP literature class.
At your private school?
She didn't go to private school.
Shut.
That was you.
It's me.
Oh
I'm the privileged one.
Connecting transcendentalism to Office Space, and I got a fucking A+ on that shit. Isn't that an interesting
I would
connection?
actually
It
like to
is.
read that paper.
I know
What?
Bree's
You
right
wrote a
in
paper
passing,
on
but-
transcendentalism in Office Space? That's what?
And connecting to Office Space.
Can I read that?
Yeah, see? Poor Logan. How dare you? I've been here many times. Yeah, I
My
know.
bad, boo.
Shame on her. I know that you're a true one.
You know, I had to write a paper in college on. It was a deconstruction of, you know, in Children of Men, the car scene, where it's like one long take.
I didn't get to watch. Oh yeah. Okay, we watched that. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I showed you because we were talking about it, but I had to write a paper deconstructing like how the tension was built in the scene, and I don't know, you just reminded me of the paper I wrote. But yeah,
Good
That's cool.
times, man. Good times.
good time.
What were we saying that we were down with? Oh, we're down with customer service agents being AI, or at least I am.
I mean, they practically are right now. When's the last time you called a customer service thing and got a human?
Point of personal
Hopefully
privilege.
they can talk
Point of
better.
personal privilege question.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I think that most things should be AI, and I'll give you a good example. So I had to go get my oil changed in my car because my oil was black and sludgy and needed to be changed.
Did you get more wiper fluid?
I did, and more blinker fluid.
Good.
The blinker
So
fluid.
while
Did you
I
get
was
that premium
there,
air?
absolutely not. While I was there, I was very overwhelmed because you go to these places and then they tell you all the things that's wrong with your car, so they try to get more money out of you, and it's so much anxiety. And I'd rather just like go up to machine, get my stupid oil changed, and leave, and them not tell me or try to pressure me into anything. It's way too anxiety ridden. I was like so mad that I had to go do it by myself, and that Corey wasn't here. I was like, I don't want to do this.
You discovered the engineering grift.
I don't
Yeah.
want someone to tell me that my brakes need to be changed. I get it. I don't care. I'll change them when they fail. Thank you. Have a nice day. Like, and I don't want to say that to them because then I feel like a horrible, awful person, and they're probably like, "Oh, you're poor," and the truth is, yeah, I am. It's like so much anxiety. I hate the whole
Just
thing.
live in
So
that. Just like,
if
listen, I'm
you-
poor. I can do this shit.
Well, when
If
I
you
call
go to
them-
buy a car in like a used car, you really want to fuck with the car salesman. When they tell you what's wrong with your car, when they want to shortchange you on how much they're going to give you your trade in, go ask them what they said to the person who sold them the car you're about to buy, and all
Oh
of the
yeah,
things
like
that
all
was
the things that
wrong
was
with it.
wrong with it.
Yeah.
Mhm. And why they gave them less for it.
Yeah,
Oh, for sure. Show me the Carfax.
show me the
Mm.
Carfax.
Yeah, so that was awful and full of anxiety. So I would have loved it to rather be an AI to do that. So
If only you had a Subaru, you wouldn't have that problem. You go to the dealership, they take care of everything for you. You
No.
don't
If only
No.
you had a
dealerships do the same thing.
1995 Subaru Impreza WRX,
picture.
which was the last completely mechanical Subaru with no electrical components other than the ignition.
not into that.
That's the best. That's the best car that you can get. Heck, all of these high tech cars, you want
I
a
stopped paying
purely
attention.
mechanical car. So you can fix it yourself. It's not proprietary parts. Or one thing breaks, you have to send your car off for a month. Like that's stupid.
Yeah,
I don't
I agree.
understand.
Let me show you the fucking shit we were talking about earlier, you guys, okay? Because
Show us.
Jamie, I think you need a break, okay? God damn.
Jesus.
Oh yeah,
Sam.
Bill Nye.
Oh
Is
yes,
it
I love
gonna
this.
be too
Please.
small?
No, it's fine. Just play it. It's more about the words.
I don't know if
anyways.
you guys will even hear anything.
You got
If
rid of
he's too
it.
small. If you have your volume,
There we
unmute
go.
that site.
Got it.
Tell me how bad it is. Is it too bad?
It's
Turn
fine.
up louder.
Oh yeah.
Turn it up
Like, in other
louder.
words, the ship is not seaworthy, is it? What do you,
We didn't
what do you
build it.
say to kids? Yeah.
We didn't build it. Because
Better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
never going to be another global.
Want me to
flood.
start over?
So
No.
No, you're good.
designed as a ship, but built as a building. So how do I know that? Well, on the basis of the Bible. I know I believe the Bible is God's word. I know you don't, but on the basis of the Bible, after the flood, God said there'll never be another global flood again. Been lots of local floods, but not global.
When did he? Where does it say that?
Genesis chapter 10. Oh, sorry, Genesis chapter 9. God said there's him and man and him and the animals, and the rainbow was the sign of that covenant, that
The rainbow.
there would never be another flood as the one that he
His
sent.
face. It's so cringy.
He
He's like,
talked about it takes a long time.
I think he
for
just did a
ice to
bunch
be
of
laid
coke.
down, and this is an example where it doesn't take that long at all.
No, you're confusing ice with snow.
Because you have
No, he's probably
these
thinking
layers in the
Feynman
present,
didn't have to deal with this
and
shit.
you weren't there to see them being laid down. You don't know how many storms there were. You don't know how many.
But how would you
times there
figure
were-
out how many storms there were?
Ah, well, that's the point. That's it.
Well,
Chip,
there's a
Joe,
way
that's
to do
exactly-
it.
That's exactly. No,
It's his way, which I understand comes from a scripture, right?
No.
There's absolutely no way, in my view, that you could have that many conditions in 1 year and nobody noticed. Mr. Ham, there are trees older than you believe the earth is.
How do you know that?
Mr. Ham,
How do you know that?
tree rings.
But-
Mr.
wait,
Ham, there are
wait.
pyramids. There are
Wait a minute,
human-built
wait a minute.
structures older than
No,
the stuff you are showing
Let's
me.
get back to tree rings. We want these books we're not selling. We're warning people about these books because they picture Noah's Ark as a bathtub, which it wasn't. It was like this big ship that you're in.
Made of concrete and not seaworthy.
Yeah.
Let me ask you.
What is that like?
Yeah, hang on. Wasn't Jesus in the New Testament?
Right. So when they use potassium argon dating on the lava dome, it dates. It doesn't date to just 20 years old or
Because
30
it came
years
from the
old.
middle of the earth. You have to wait for the chemical replacement of calcium and potassium and argon. Sir, really, you're cherry picking a couple facts from a sentence.
You're cherry picking. In other words, when the lava solidifies, then the rock should be 0 years old, right?
No,
Okay. All right.
no.
So
The rock is ancient. It's from below the earth's crust. All due respect, what you just said is not right. Force of energy that will power the whole world based on this new physics.
and why does that matter when they're done?
Because what we do is live. The meaning of life is to live and
Yeah, but you
pass
live-
your genes on.
Okay, you
and
live
have
now,
more
pass your
people.
genes on, and then you die, you're done. I still don't understand why.
So why would you leave the world worse than you found it?
I mean, if
That's
you,
my question. Why would you be obsessed with teaching people that humans are not causing climate change? Why would you take a book's word for it when you could discover the world for yourself?
Actually,
That's the mystery to me.
So the Bible is a science textbook because it's
my
a
favorite part.
I
Historical
would not in
science.
absolutely no way consider the Bible a science text.
It's a book of history, right? So it's historical science.
See,
It's
that's
not-
a word I've
it's-
never heard before.
It's knowledge about.
Until
the
I
past.
met you, I never heard the expression historical science.
I'm glad I could bring it to your attention. So your views you have today could be wrong.
Absolutely.
I love this.
Well, if you could be wrong,
But here's where we differ. Being wrong by less than 1% is not the same as being wrong by 100%.
so we're wrong by 100%.
You're wrong by 100%.
So you must have 100% of knowledge to know I'm wrong by 100%.
Absolutely. I have 100% knowledge that your worldview is wrong. That I've got.
All right. I don't know anyone else who would claim they know
they're here.
100% of it. I've never dug up a historical record about billions of years. I mean, you make interpretations, but where's it written down?
It's not. So everybody, the reason we believe the Earth is 4.5 billion years old is based on looking very carefully at rocks. And yes, it's not written in English on the rock how old I am as a rock, but it is written in scientific sense. Take geology courses and you can learn this for yourself.
Hey, I took geology courses. I never saw
That's part of the
I never-
mystery.
I never saw the age written in the rock.
Well, you didn't take enough geology, I guess. Well, you can
It's a belief.
teach your worldview in a different class, but not in science.
But what you're saying is your worldview you want taught in the public education system.
In science class.
Okay, but my worldview you won't allow.
Not in science class.
Okay, so what you're not allowing it because you've decided there's no supernatural.
Not in science class.
Science
is everything that is not the supernatural.
Okay,
let's call it not supernatural class.
You want these young people to believe you came about by natural processes, and when you die, you're done. But it's great being alive, and hey, there's purpose and meaning while you're alive. And I think what you're passing on to the next generation, when they're done, they won't even know that they were here. And hey, isn't this great? You're all going to be done.
It is great.
What did he even just say?
They did a great job.
No one knows.
Let's look at one
Depends what
last
you mean
thing.
by great.
Would you let me pray for you?
I can't stop you, Mr. Ham.
Okay.
While you're doing that, I'm going to be wishing like crazy that you all go to universities and learn about the worldview associated with science.
I just want to say a short prayer. A gracious love of heavenly name we pray.
Oh,
Amen.
shit.
Here's hoping you all learn about the process of science, the best idea humans have ever had. I hope you learn about the cosmos and our place within it. People who planned that mission launched it on August 5th, 2011, knowing precisely that they could put this thing in orbit on the 4th of July. It's fantastic. Brings out the best in us. Science brings out the best in us.
I just want everyone to know that this man Ken invited Bill
He
Nye
invited
there.
Bill Nye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the guy
so-
that built. I remember seeing something about
He
it. The
built,
guy that
yeah,
built,
like a
an
Noah's Ark
full
thing.
size ark. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
It's
the
a
museum they were
museum.
at. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the museum they were at. Yeah.
And he doesn't
he was,
believe
like,
in
talking
climate
about it.
change.
No. he
And
thinks it's not real. And also, if the very beginning of the video, he says we rebuilt the ark, and so then Bill Nye was like, so it could go in the water. He was like, no, we built it as a building, not as an ark, so it can't be in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what? Bill was saying being wrong by like 1% or whatever is fine, but not 100% wrong.
That's hilarious. Such a burn.
Yeah.
Such a burn.
No, it's
So he did actually earn a little bit of respect from me then.
That was great. I loved every second of it.
The question about leaving the world in the worst place and he found it, he had him there.
He did.
Like,
I think he had
no
him at
way.
many places, and he couldn't back
Yeah,
out of
but
it.
that it was all like kind of a little bit science dogmery, which is
Yeah.
equally as just as dogmatic as
Oh, for
Christianity.
sure.
But, like,
For
his
sure.
questions about like legacy, very good.
Yeah.
Very good question.
That was great. That was a great video. Thank you, Bree.
Yeah. So I agree. Not an actual scientist, Bill Nye was very right in everything that he said. At the same time, there are archaeologists and people of the sorts who will tell you that 12,000 years ago, humans did not have, they were just hunter-gatherers and they just roamed around and they didn't build anything. And then we found Göbekli Tepe.
Göbekli Tepe.
Yes.
Göbekli Tepe.
Oh yeah.
And then that showed up and they were like, well, these were just hunter-gatherers who came here. And it's like the same scientific community who will shoot down any type of thing where it's like, well, we know we found a 1.2 million year old axe factory, but our records say that the Homo sapiens didn't exist at that point. So great, who the fuck made it? And who the fuck made Göbekli Tepe if it wasn't these hunter-gatherers? They're so against rewriting the books that they need to rewrite based on archaeological finds that they find.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, we can't rewrite this. This is not real history.
And I think that was what that religious person Ken was trying to allude to. He's like, well, it's not written down anywhere. And like Bill was trying to say, like, well, yeah, not all science is written, like it's not all written down. Like, what the fuck? Like, we're still figuring it out. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I get like both of their points. And the problem I have with mainstream science is anytime something comes up that challenges mainstream science, they lose their shit, call you a psychopath, do everything they can do to discredit you just because they won't accept the fact that they're fucking wrong on something. Not that the flood theory is right, but every civilization has a flood theory. Yes, that's
Yes.
how we
Yes.
all showed up.
Yes.
Nobody talks about that.
No one talks about that.
That's a hush hush.
Oh,
But
geez.
like, that's just my issue with the scientific community is they'll be like, "Oh, there's a new discovery." Well, we don't accept it. Why? Because that's not what we were taught. Good job being science.
I think it's
What?
worse for historians, because
Archaeologists.
yeah, because that's a whole, and like I get it. You went to school for
Mhm.
so long, the timeline, and when the timeline's fucked up, the books are fucked up. It's all fucked up. And so like I understand, but at the same time, if you have true soul, for what your purpose is, what you're researching, then you would put that subject and new findings above the fact that you have to relearn what you thought, then you're just doing the
Mhm.
subject a great disservice because you just don't want to relearn something. And that's the opposite of why most of the time these people have chosen to be a scientist, to be an archaeologist. It's like it goes, totally against why they even started doing it in the first place. It's wild. Kari, do you want to talk about that paper? We're reaching almost an hour and a half here.
Yeah.
We need
Yeah,
to
let's
wrap
do the paper and then
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I saw an article talking about a science paper. So there was a TikTok associated with the article. So I'll play that. You can look at the article. Then there's actually like a longer form video of the person that wrote the article talking about and going through it, which might be better. It's 20 minutes long though, so I'm like, I don't know if I want to play that. But I will
No.
Put it
share
like
this-
maybe we'll just jump around a little parts of it.
Okay. Okay. Theory of everything discovered?
Kurt?
Part of it is it's about mere symmetry, it's about gravity, but ultimately it speaks to an organization underlying everything. The palindromic code that's embedded, if you move the prime gaps, which are all of the numbers between primes, onto a radius. These arches connect prime numbers, and if you move the negative space basically onto a radius and you circle those radii,
Sure.
the toric geometry arises organically within primes and composite quantities.
Okay, so what would you say if we just take the overarching view of what we're looking at?
It's gravity.
We're describing how gravity works from a number perspective.
Yes, and it's
Very
embedded into the structure of space-time scalably. So these same geometries can be found within atoms or between galaxies,
Really?
depending on the magnitude we're looking at.
The most fascinating part of it is
It's about mere symmetry, it's about gravity, but ultimately it speaks to
Whoop. That went around quickly. So I just want to preface this with, I looked into this lady and her story. She had a near-death experience, and then when she came back from it, she had all of these like mathematic downloads, apparently, and then started working it out, and then wrote a paper, which I will now share. Share this tab instead. So it's pretty intense mathematics, but the general idea is that the space between prime numbers, if you draw radii between them, you can create geometry, which is embedded in the mathematical structure that we use. Her name is something. I have her thing here. Azra Wind. So it's interesting stuff. It's like this search for the unified theory. There's a few problematic things on her YouTube channel, but I'm just looking at the maths, and I'm gonna be kind. But yeah, it's interesting stuff. Like I'm not very well versed at being able to talk about it. I can read it and understand it, but I'm not very good at talking about it. But basically, it's a mathematical way to find like a structure within maths itself that is geometric and can be applied on a multi-scale level. Pretty cool. This is her YouTube channel. She has 397 subscribers. So go.
You guys,
go
I
and
have to leave
subscribe.
you before you finish. I'm sorry. I have to go.
Oh,
I love you
goodbye.
guys. I'll talk to you after.
Yeah, bye.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Anyways, finish, Kari.
I'm the captain now.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a YouTube channel. And here's a video of her talking about the thing, which is interesting.
If you want to learn more, go and watch it. But we'll
Yeah,
watch
if you
little
wanna
bits
learn
of it.
more.
I'm here today to return something to you. It may not immediately seem familiar, but if what's here speaks to you, please consider this a call to action for collaboration. According to current understanding in number theory and physics, what we're about to take a look at doesn't exist.
What?
These geometries are embedded into our number line by palindromic code. Number line meaning just numbers as you would count. The difference is some numbers are stacked here instead of just being one after another. The stacks are the result of turning the integers in the gaps or spaces between prime numbers 90 degrees. These are called prime gaps. So each prime gap becomes a radius. What you're seeing is potentially a more accurate perspective of our number line. I also call it the pi line because of the circles. Primes are listed in order along the bottom here.
I think we can
These
watch
are
this
numbers
later.
indivisible.
It's a lot of
Do you wanna-
information to try
yeah,
to sit here.
It is a lot, and that's why I kind of struggled.
Will you drop the link in the chat, Car, for that for everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Like, I don't think I can pay attention to this right now
know
with
the
my
thing.
ADD. Yeah, the stuff.
There you go, everybody. There's the link to it.
Thank you, my loves. It was a good find, Car.
I found it very interesting. I don't know if I think it's like 100%, but it's certainly
interesting take. More to look into.
It's actually based on
exactly. I need to be high.
numbers. So I'm like, it has more credence when I see something like that because they're showing the visual of how you would do it with geometry, and it's there. You can't
Can you
fake
answer this
prime
question?
numbers. Like, okay, huh?
Can you answer this question?
I guess. Yeah, that's an interesting way to look at it. Yeah.
There you go. Brooks got it. All right. I think that's all we got. Bree left anyways and abandoned us.
Abandoned us.
Yeah, it was a hate crime.
It was a hate crime. I agree. We love you guys so much. Thank you. Yes. You guys should come back next Tuesday because we're doing Bobby's Crypt Dead Corner. I don't even know what cryptid it is. I'll tell you guys later.
Oh, I do.
What is it? What is it?
It is Momo, the Missouri Monster.
Are we sure?
And it's your fucking problem too.
Oh shit. Okay. All right. Well, it's mine then. All right. Well, we love you guys, and we'll see you guys next time. Next Thursday, we'll be back with what is our show? Uninformed. There you go.
Wow, you're so informed.
I know.
Tony, where can we find you, Tony?
You can find me at Botwater on Twitter, and you probably shouldn't because you will unfollow me and hate us.
Yeah, and don't find me on the internet because I don't want to be internet friends with any of you on social media. We're internet friends here, and that's all I need.
Right on. You can find me somewhere. Good luck.
Over the rainbow.
Take it easy, dude, but take it.
Just make sure that you guys like, share,
comment, subscribe,
leave a comment.
Just do all the things.
Dance the funky chicken on your 85th wedding anniversary.
Yeah,
because we do this for you.
Love you all. Bye.
Bye.